Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Man Talk here on KTN Home every Wednesday evening. I have the privilege of sitting with gentlemen and learning about the way that they think, the way that they do things, all right? Now, this episode, we are going to be discussing breakups. Specifically, when men get dumped, how do they deal with it? How do they work through the pattern of a breakup? Do men also say, I am working on myself? I'm going to be finding out from the gentleman today, and I'm very excited. We are shooting today at Riata Service Apartments. It's located just off Ralph Bulshe Road, right next to Milimani, Hurlingham area. Incredibly convenient location, very close to the CBD. Are you looking for maybe a staycation to do with your mans or your girl? Or you even just want to hang out with your girls or your girlfriends or all the dudes, you guys just want to chill, do something. Maybe it's a bachelor something, I don't know. But they have short and long stays available here at Riata Service Apartments. And they have a wonderful Swahili restaurant located right on grounds called the Mianzi Restaurant. Sorry, almost faulted there. But their food is really, really, really good. So do come over and visit. They've been wonderful to us. Now, I like giving you guys a quote, right? Just to get us along the week. And this quote is very breakup specific. It says, pain makes you stronger, fear makes you braver, and heartbreaks, they make you wiser. Let's go talk to this gentleman about breakups and see if anybody's gonna break. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and kids, if you're watching this, you probably shouldn't be awake. But welcome to Man Talk right here on KTN Home. I am joined today by two gentlemen who have been to the show over and over again. They're looking at me like, where are our Man Talk membership cards, Susan? And we need to take those to production real soon. Now, I'm joined by Apio Opio, who is a pharmacologist and a youth leader, and Steve Ligami as well, who is here. He is a radio presenter like myself, but he's a producer as well. He's a publicist. He's the artist manager. He'll just put you together as a creative, essentially. If you're looking for somebody to do that, Steve is the guy that you should talk to. And today, we are discussing breakups. You can look at these two handsome men and wonder who can ever break up with them. But they will here to tell us who it was, what happened, and how did they deal with it, okay? Let's kick it off very simply, Steve.
Hi.
You knew I was going to start with you. You know. How would you, first of all, acha to describe breakup, because naona kuna wase huku Kenya wanawachangwa na wajuangi wamewacha. Usually say ukiwacha itikia
Uachike.
Yeah, uachike. Hey, I'm a uachika. That one. Yeah. My Kiswahili is from Morocco, so you'll forgive me. But yeah, how would you first of all define a breakup?
Just basically the end of a relationship.
Yeah.
Breakup can be both ways, can be one-sided. Inaweza kuwa. It's actually the person who loses the most, I think, that feels the breakup.
Right.
If I break up with it, means I've been deciding for a long time to break up with you. Yeah. So I was getting myself ready.
Yeah.
So ule mtu mwingine ndio anakuanga shocked. The person on the receiving end, ndio anakuanga shocked. Yeah, anakuanga tu like, yo, what? And you start crying, things happen. Breakups are bad.
They suck, it's true. I completely agree. Apio, would you define a breakup exactly the same, or you have something to add?
I think, thank you first. Breakup is immature and unprocedural termination of a relationship.
Okay.
It is immature and it is unprocedural, and you are terminating a relationship that involves intimacy.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
That
is, I think, the best definition on my side, and it makes sense because it is immature because the goal of every relationship should be marriage.
Yeah.
And therefore, if it does not end there, then to me, it is immature. Then why I say it is unprocedural, it is because both two parties do not agree to this.
Ah, that's what you're saying, unprocedural. Do you think there's a procedure someone can follow properly and you have an amicable divide between two people?
Me have a feeling it should be by mutual consent.
Okay.
Should actually agree that it seems like we hate each other nowadays, we no longer love each other, and therefore let us call it a day. But the moment you call it a day on your side, and my side, you leave me in a relationship alone, then that becomes unprocedural.
I'm dead. So, Steve, do you think we should have different definitions? So, when I break up mutually, both of you mlikuwa mnataka iishe?
I don't think there is a way or a procedure or a proper way of breaking up with somebody.
Yeah.
It just comes. Breakups hazikwangi because of you are happy.
And then you are sad
You want
one
to
day.
break up.
Yeah.
Unacheki because you are at loggerheads.
Yes.
Umefika the end. Unacheki. So when you're breaking up, mmoja atachoka kuliko mwingine. Yeah? One would be tired of wherever to somebody cheated, somebody misused funds, somebody did what, somebody snitched,
Yeah.
somebody,
Yeah.
just didn't pick up a call.
Or even repeat behavior.
Yeah, repeat
so now
behavior.
there's the day where you're just like, okay, this is not necessary
Or somebody has
anymore.
become boring.
Or somebody
Yeah,
has
true.
become boring.
Yeah.
And naturally boring. It is not necessary. You did a bad thing. You just become boring.
Yeah, it's true. The relationship becomes lifeless.
Yeah.
So at some point, you are not feeling yourself with that person.
Right.
You can't bear to stay 10 minutes with that person in the same place.
There's no need
so
to
inaisha
continue.
tu, hakuna, that one now you can get an amicable breakup.
Yeah.
When both of you, enye mmechoka.
Yes.
It's not there anymore. I go like, itaisha tu, tukue mabeste.
Tuendelee tu na maisha. It's hard.
Yeah.
So let me ask about like now after the breakup, like for how you deal with it. There's healthy ways, there's unhealthy ways people can deal with a breakup. So Apio, when was the most recent relationship of yours that ended, and how would you say you dealt with that breakup? Like, were there healthy things or unhealthy things you did personally? Like, will you deal with it, Aji?
I think my last breakup was in 2018. That is the last time actually I was left in a relationship to love myself alone.
It's important.
To love myself alone, to feel for myself alone,
Right.
and to care for myself alone.
Yeah.
It usually becomes so difficult when actually there were no signs that were shown or there were no symptoms. When you are left kwa mataa, umeachwa kwa mataa,
Yeah.
everything was going fine, then all of a sudden there was about turn, or the person that you're working with in the same direction decided to move in a different path, right? So one was in 2018, and I can't lie to you, I took close to 1.5 years to actually heal properly,
Yeah.
and be me,
Yeah.
and proceed with me,
Right.
and focused for me, and live for me. So that was the last time, and as a matter of fact, breakup is one of the worst situation a human soul would ever want to be in.
Yeah, that's
Especially when you are giving your all, especially when you know that whatever that you are giving was real, and you are not actually having an alternative somewhere.
Yeah, you didn't
Breakup
have
is so
other
sweet
plans.
when you had alternatives. So
Because
sweet.
you plan. You're planned ahead.
It is so sweet when you had alternatives like this, because you're like, hey, no. I think now it is high time, probably. I focus on this side. This has become boring. But if you are the one on the receiving end, if you are the one that you've been caught off guard,
Yeah.
then you will dearly pay. You'll have to pay the biggest price ever. So I think it is one of the worst situations somebody can ever be, and it is one of the causes of depression in the modern world.
That's true.
So it is something, it's a conversation that actually should move, and people try to come up with amicable solutions that can solve this.
Yeah.
So mine actually ended in tears, that I can confirm.
Yeah.
And I say to myself that if one day, one time, I would ever actually fall in such a situation, then I think that would be my shadow, because one good thing about breakups, it leaves you more learned,
Yeah.
more enlightened, and in future, you know how to handle a number of situations.
That's true.
And it actually tells you the far you should go when actually you are in a relationship with somebody, and you get to learn that things like love, relationships, and all sorts, you meet someone who is an adult, someone who is old enough. This is not your brother,
No.
not your sister, not your cousin. So learn actually to live with them as if they're strangers. That is the best actually lesson I learned from my side.
I like that. It's like you're a little bit more cautious going in, but now you know what you want, where to end things if you're not happy.
Exactly.
Steve, when was your most recent breakup, and how would you say you dealt with it?
The one I was dumped, or the one I dumped somebody.
Oh my God, I love it. Give us
Actually,
both stories.
I've given a situation where I was on the receiving end.
Yeah, you on the receiving
So
end, so you
I've
can
also
give
been,
one when you're on the other. So start with the one where you dumped.
Where I dumped, I can't count, but
The most recent one. Let's leave the others.
let me see, which is the most recent. You know, you're in a situation where, like, okay, let me explain the one I was dumped first, then I tell you why.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I was dumped, that was in 2017.
Yeah.
Nilidampiwa in town while it was raining. It was like a romantic movie.
Oh my,
Unajua
yeah,
vile
I was like, this is like a movie, but the sad part of the movie, not the part that you're excited.
it was raining. I was just dumped and left in town, and it was raining heavily.
Were you like at a workplace together, at a restaurant, at a bar?
No,
Had she
we
planned?
met, then something happened, then we
Okay.
disagreed, then we kept fighting as we walked somewhere. Then it just got
And she was
dumped.
like, I can't, I'm done.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so there's the
So you're
crying.
in the rain. Do you have an umbrella?
No.
Okay. When you cry in the rain, it's cool because people can't really tell. So it's fine. It's like just getting washed.
First of all, I don't cry in public,
Okay.
ever. You'll never see
Okay.
me cry.
That's a rule.
Yeah. Secondly, I was sad.
Yeah,
So
obviously.
I turned to booze.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
So I just bought like liquor and just went home drinking. I drank for like, I don't know, three weeks non-stop.
Whoa. Did
Just
you see
crying.
it coming? Like, did you expect, yeah, we'll fight, but we'll be fine?
Okay,
Like,
what
we'll
happened before? I had dumped her, but then she got to me. Then I forgave her. Then like a month later is when she went back to her whatever she was doing,
Yeah.
and then she dumped me.
This is so dramatic.
So it was so painful because I had forgiven her, not like
Yeah,
really,
but you were working through it,
Yeah.
so...
But she kept on doing the same thing, so she dumped me. I did not see that coming.
Yeah, at all, because you
At
knew
all.
that
I
you're
knew
the
I
one with
had
the power. You've
the
dumped her
upper
before.
hand.
Yes.
Yeah, so it hit me like, I can't.
Oh my God. And I don't know why breakups have such a power thing.
Yeah.
Like the person, like you were saying, the person who does the dumping, the person that ends the relationship, kama alikuwa na plan, kama alikuwa anajua atafanya hivyo, then they're at an advantage because they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
The person receiving it who has no clue, you can't really recover.
Yeah, it's hard to recover.
What stopped you from drinking? Did you just get up and say, you know what, I've drank enough, I've cried enough, I'm done?
No,
Was
it's
it
when,
a friend?
It's when she called me. She called me like after a month, and it's like, yo, I'm sorry, sijui nini. Sijui kuna vitu fulani you're supposed to send me. When can we meet and talk? I was like, yo.
Oh my God.
So I was like, let me go back to my normal life.
Yeah, you were
Sikuwa
just like...
nataka ajue, I was miserable.
Oh yeah, so now you're like,
I was
this
nah.
you can never know.
Hata akiniambia tuacha to meet, hata nitaenda ni meet alafu nimwachanishe tu hapo. You know the way you tell yourself, there is the one who wins in the relationship, and there's the one who's failing.
Yes.
So I didn't want to be the one, failing in the relationship. So I just, but I usually tell myself there are two things I fear most in this world.
Right.
Dying broke and heartbreaks. I do not like
Those
heartbreaks.
two, you're like, I'm not.
Heartbreaks mess me up big time. I do not like heartbreaks.
So do you guys think for women and for men, the way you deal with breakups and the way you deal with heartbreaks is different?
I think men and heartbreaks, if a man loves, he loves truly with all.
You know, I always hear that, but as women, we always experience hot and cold, hot and cold,
No,
hot and cold
this is the
behavior.
thing. This is how you'd know. If a man loves anapenda na yote, hata akicheat huku nje, see, the thing is the way they fight for their relationship because they love the woman.
Okay.
They can do other things. They can even be in other clandestine relationships. Lakini, bado anapenda demi yake.
Yeah.
Si ndio?
Yeah.
Bado anapenda demi yake. But for a woman, if they cheat, imeisha. It's over.
So
before
you're
they cheat.
telling me that
For men,
can
it's real.
actually cheat. Like you can have a physical relationship with
Yeah.
somebody else, but you love. You're using the word love.
Yeah.
You love the main chick.
I know
When you're
because
left
I
at
have
home.
seen people like akona demi yake, he's a serial cheater. He's always one girl after the other, job yake ni ya kuenda places. Unaona? But he's married to the wife. The moment anasikia bibi yake hata ana flat na msee ama anafanya nini, he gets riled up
They can lose
big
it.
time. He loses it.
But that's not, is that control or is that love? Is
No,
that
the
like
thing
you
is
want
that
her to only be yours?
the thought of even another man being that close to your girlfriend or your wife riles you up big time. Inakumaliza tu, like you get animalistic. Unaona?
Right.
Hauko is okay, is the jealousy.
Yes,
Kuna hiyo jealousy
yes,
yenye iko
yes.
sa huyo mtu kama huyo akikuacha the pain
Is now
I
also
know that
he's
I know that
imagining.
pain. I have lived that pain. The pain. Your pain. I don't think.
It's cancerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aki walai. That's a death sentence.
It's a
You,
different
you
kind of
see,
pain.
you're like, people are like, I can take my life, I can commit suicide is not good at all.
Yeah.
People are battling with depression because of relationships.
Because of what they
Unasemanga, like, mi nasemanga, mtu kama mimi, I would not even think about hurting myself. Atatu hata nijigonge kidogo,
For
bahati
somebody
mbaya.
else.
I would not. But ukikuwa kwa hiyo status ya heartbreak,
Haukwangi normal.
nothing is impossible.
Right.
Trust me, nothing is impossible. Your life is not moving.
You mentioned something. You mentioned that when she called you, she was saying, hey, there were some things you're supposed to send back or some things you're supposed to send to me. And it got me thinking, when you have a breakup where maybe you dated the person for a really long time or you guys just shared a lot, like us girls, we still hoodies, t-shirts, shirts, you know, all that, whatever. But you can leave things like in your man's house or you can have left things at your girl's house. What do you guys think the step-by-step process after a breakup should be, especially when it comes to collecting or exchanging items? So do you think if you have ended a relationship with somebody na vitu zake ziko kwa nyumba yako, zichukue, weke kwa box ama kwa karatasi, utupe kwa dustbin, ama you have some kind of exchange process with your ex?
So what happens, it depends with the reason for breakup. Yeah?
Oh.
There is the hostile reasons. She cheated, you caught her cheating. You obviously utakuwa very mad.
Yeah, yeah,
There is the
yeah.
financial. Kuna ile tu ya kushukwa na cheat, hujaimshika. Unashukumu tu she's always secretly somewhere with calls
Yeah,
or
maybe you've
texting.
ever seen a
Umejua,
text or
umemwona
something.
mahali amekudanganya ameenda sijui wapi, then bahati mbaya mpatane.
kako, yeah.
Unaona, it's like somebody, like I had one instance where somebody told me she was somewhere, but then she was with a group of people she thought I did not know, but there was the one person tulikuwa naye high school, so he's my friend on Facebook. Nikaona hiyo picha, she was naye alikuwa ameenda retreatia sijui wherever ya job, unacheki.
Yeah, you always get busted.
Yeah, so things like that you can't get really violent, like kuja uchukue vitu za, but sasa kuna zile, but hii inakwanga saidia madem sana. Watachoma vitu zako hadi, you know, they get asonistic. Wanaanza kuchoma vitu za watu.
Yeah.
Unajua, they throw them away, they give them away. Unakutana na neighbor ama kiateka amevaa hoodie yako. Imeandikwa banje.
I am dead.
So unakutana na kiateka uko like,
you're like, oh, she was mad.
Okay.
Upset.
Sawa.
Abio, what do you think the process should be after breakup?
You know me, I usually have a different approach. He's talking about, it depends with the nature of the breakup.
Of the breakup, yeah, the cause.
Me, I usually believe that at one point in life, I will have to meet my ex, and we should be happy with each other, right?
Like amicable, everything
Amicable.
is fine.
Even if things went wrong, even if it was a matter of infidelity, even if it was a matter of your own character, change of behavior, and all sorts. If there are things, your things in my house, me, I'll put them safe for you. One day, one time, if you feel like you're coming to take them,
Yeah.
you get them. Two, no matter what actually I bought you or actually I gave you, whether it was gift, whether it was a birthday, whether it was a, no matter that I gave you, stay with it there.
Okay.
Yeah, me, I feel like the process of healing after breakup requires, number one, you have first to be real with yourself.
Yes.
And the first step to be real with yourself is not to be bitter. Because the moment you'll be bitter, you won't heal. So the first thing, be real with yourself, just be there. Accept things that you cannot change. You get it?
Fair enough.
For example, if for example, I was dumped, then I know very well this process of the person actually dating my ex right now is somebody probably more mature, more moneyed, looks nice, looks worth more than me. Then all I do, me, I won't bother you. Let it just be like that. But what I know, probably 1 or 2 years from now, we're gonna meet again and share a table and probably share a bed. You never know.
So I'm just let me ask you a question.
So
that
is me. That
bro,
is
let
me.
me ask you a question. I'm just trying to imagine.
Yeah.
So imagine this ex of you has slept with your brother or your caretaker.
Or a close friend, a very,
Or a
very
close
close
friend.
friend.
Would you be willing to meet them again in future?
I will. I'll only
Wachana hata
be,
bro.
I'll only,
Imagine alilala
I
na
will only,
caretaker penye unaishi.
for me, I'll only be mad.
So you have to move house.
Me, I'll only be mad probably maybe after 1 week or maybe after 3 days. After that, when I meet you in town, I'll consider you like any other person. Wow.
So for you, I get what you're saying, because also I've heard about this as well. When you do breakups, some people are like, the further you can detach from the person, like let them just be
Let them
away,
just
be in their
be.
own space, ukae tu peke yako, accept this is a reality.
Exactly.
But I guess the way you have said, it can be a day, it can be 3 weeks. For different people, it may take longer.
So for me,
Again.
it will be probably an issue of 1 or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then after that, me, even if I meet you in a restaurant, I'll hire you. Then just
Then you were
do
done.
my own things.
All that will determine this for me is how long we were in that relationship. Yeah, there is 6 months relationship, una fall madly in love. Reaction your breakup, it won't be as bad as a 4-year or a 7-year relationship. This is when you're with somebody for more than 2 years, that's a serious relationship.
Yeah,
it's
that's
headed
true.
to somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine
That
breaking
ending.
up from such kind of a relationship. Would it take like a week to heal? Kila kitu
I feel
unashika,
like you
kila
have
kitu
structured your
unafanya.
whole
But
life around that person.
But
Na hata yeye
maybe
amestructure
Susan,
life yake around you.
maybe Susan, you also have to read yourself and analyze yourself. Somebody like me, Apio, I'm a high-tempered guy.
Okay.
You get it?
Uh-huh.
So the moment I want to treat you like an ex, you won't like it.
I get it.
You get me?
Okay.
So better I assume it.
Uh-huh.
Because if I try to actually following up, digging deep into what happened,
It will just go
what the
south.
heck is your life doing right now?
Right.
I can even kill you now.
So you're like,
So
unajijua.
let me,
That's
I know
important.
myself.
You understand
Yeah, I
yourself.
understand myself. So let peace prevail.
I think that's important. I
Let
think
everyone
that's,
go with their peace.
Yeah, yeah.
You get
Yeah.
it? Because if I start following and start remembering whatever happened, you won't have peace wherever you are.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let me ask, you mentioned seeing your ex again, whether it's at a formal event, ama town munapitana or anything. How would you feel if, like you were giving an example of a close relationship, there's a chance I have very many siblings, whoever I'm dating might end up being friends with my siblings, with my mom, or with my friends. After we break up, how do you guys usually feel about your ex still being in close contact, still being friends with your siblings, or your neighbor, or your own friends?
On my side, the only person who actually was owing me faithfulness or fidelity when we were in a relationship
Yeah.
was that lady or was that partner, right?
Right. True?
My sibling or my brother or the person she or he is in contact with, he didn't owe me anything, right? So number one, me, I'll bash you straight away if you're my sibling or brother.
Yeah.
And I'll just ask you, what the heck are you people
Doing.
discussing, this contact, this or, because I don't owe you anything, you don't owe me anything.
And we're done.
This relationship was between me and her, unless you have an interest. Me, I'll put it clear. Unless you have an interest here, tell me so that I know when you people get into that house, I know whatever is happening is this and this and this. Because, Susan, me, I believe that the surest way of solving a problem is facing the problem. You get it? If in this case it is your brother or your cousin or my mom, me, I'll sit you down and I'll ask you straight away. This lady, yes, she was in my life.
But now she's
right
not.
now she's not in my life. What is your business? You people are doing some business that I don't know. If you people are business, so be it. If not, please, because me, I will assume that anytime you people are together, you're discussing me. And
Yeah.
that might not talk well with you
That's
in the long run. So you have to be
Facts.
careful.
that's very true. Steve, how would you feel about it? Or have you ever been in such a situation?
yeah, a lot of the time, actually. I have a younger brother who we are very close.
Yeah.
He's also an advocate, so a lot of my exes use his services.
I am dead. Okay, that's hilarious.
So-
It's amazing for him.
Yeah, it is, but he knows. Kuna hiyo respect. He's like I'm his elder brother, so he knows. He knows if he crosses me. I'm not physical, but I can just destroy you without being physical.
Right.
Like,
or you'll even
know,
just be done.
Cold
Even
War.
your brother telling you,
Cold
I'll
War.
never talk to you again.
I will
That's
talk to him,
painful
but he
enough.
knows Cold War when it's coming.
Kuna shida.
I'm very good at Cold War. Actually, I'm a professional.
Cold Warist. Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
Who are you in this Cold War? Are you USA or USSR?
I am USA. I think mine is more superior. I'm not like utajua inakuja. You know it's Cold War.
yeah.
Sitafanya chini chini. Unacheki. So I'm just saying I don't really mind if what
to the
usually
level.
happens to me. All of my exes, a lot of them, and there are a lot. They are my friends. Yeah?
Okay, you're
they are my
cordial.
friends. They just look for me. Like most of them we meet through work. Most of the
Yeah.
people I date, we meet through work.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are models. if
Right.
You should know.
Okay.
So we meet through work. So a lot of them keep contacting me for work, for management, for, you know, things. So we stay amicable, maybe after maybe 6 months, 1 year, I don't know. It depends. Maybe tu kuna mmoja alikuwa ameshikwa na uchungu sana, but mimi from my side naweza kuwa inaniwasha, but I will show you I don't care.
You will do work.
I'll do work. I'll keep doing what I do. I will not. I mean, again, I don't do PDA. I don't do also emotions in public. Nothing. I don't cry. Utaniona nitacheka hata niko nimekasirika aje. Maybe kukasirika, but just I don't.
You keep a level-headed, yeah. It makes sense because you work in event space. You work. I understand where you work, so you have to. Yeah.
I met a chick once. She slapped me in town. And she's like, "How could you?" Me, I'm like, I don't even remember her. Unani mistake na mtu.
You know what? On that note,
no,
as we think about that slap, I want us to take a break. Steve Ligami and Opio and myself are going to be back with Man Talk discussing breakups right after this.